Ever feel like your brain just won't shut off? Like it's got a mind of its own, constantly spinning? Well, if that sounds familiar, you're in exactly the right place. We're about to dig into the real and honestly surprising reason you can't stop overthinking.
You know that feeling, right? You have a totally normal conversation, you walk away, and then bam! For the next hour, or let's be real, the next day, your mind just replays it. Every word, every little pause, that weird look they gave, you're analyzing it all, trying to figure out what it really meant. And look, if this is you, I really want you to hear this. It is not just you. You are not alone in this. This isn't some kind of personal flaw. It's actually a sign of a really powerful process that's happening inside your brain, and we're about to figure out exactly what it is. So, first things first, let's just throw out the old story about overthinking. We always frame it as a bad thing, but what if it's not? What if it's actually a sign of a completely different kind of intelligence at work? This is the big reframe we need to make. The common view, right, is that overthinking is just a broken record of worry and anxiety. But what's really happening in your head is so much more interesting. Your brain is processing a massive number of variables all at once. And the engine driving all of this is something called pattern recognition. This is a fundamental part of our intelligence. It's how we learn things, solve puzzles, and just make sense of the world. Think of it like your brain's built-in superpower for finding the hidden connections in a sea of noise. So this is the key takeaway here, that constant looping analysis. That's not just worrying. It's your highly intelligent brain actively hunting for patterns in all the social data you just gathered. It's trying to solve a puzzle. But why? Why is it doing that? And that question, that why, brings us to the emotional root of it all. See, this powerful cognitive machine didn't just turn on by itself. For a lot of us, it was programmed by some really painful experiences from our past. Does that phrase hit you anywhere? For so many people who overthink, this feeling is a core memory. The feeling of being picked last for the team, of being forgotten when friends made plans, of just always being on the outside looking in. That feeling, that's the seed. That experience can create something that psychologists call rejection sensitivity. And the keyword there is learned. You aren't born with this. It's something your brain develops after it's felt the sting of rejection. It becomes hyper-aware, always scanning the horizon to make sure that pain doesn't happen again. And here's what that looks like in the real world. Your brain becomes an expert detective for tiny social cues. A small shift in someone's tone of voice, a hesitation that lasts half a second, a quick glance away. For you, those aren't small things. They're huge signals that something might be wrong. It's your brain trying to see the punch coming before it lands. Okay, so we've got two huge ideas on the table. A powerful pattern-finding brain and this deep-seated sensitivity to being left out. So now, let's finally connect the dots and see how these two things create the overthinking machine. It's basically a four-step chain reaction. It all starts with that social pain. As a response, your brain amps up its social awareness. Then it gets really good at spotting those subtle cues we talked about. And finally, this is the key. It just runs constant simulations, these predictive models, to try to protect you. That endless simulation, that is what overthinking feels like from the inside. And there it is. That's the big reveal. Your brain's incredible strength, this amazing ability to see patterns where others don't, was given a very specific, very emotional job. Analyze every social interaction to protect you from getting hurt again. Your superpower got put on defense duty. And that leads us to maybe the single most important idea in this whole explainer. We have to completely reframe what's happening here. This thing you've been fighting, it's not a bug in your system. It's a feature. It really all comes down to this one simple, powerful truth. Your brain developed this advanced skill for a totally logical reason: to see pain coming and help you avoid it. It's actually a testament to how amazing your mind is at adapting and protecting you. But here's the thing about a really powerful tool: you tend to use it for everything. That skill became so fine-tuned for social situations that it's now just your default setting for processing the whole world. It doesn't just turn on when you're talking to people, it's on all the time, looking for patterns absolutely everywhere. I really want you to let that sink in for a second. What you, and probably others, have been calling overthinking is actually a highly tuned, sophisticated survival skill. It's not just random anxiety. It's your brain doing exactly what it learned it needed to do to keep you safe. So maybe the next time you feel your mind racing and looping, you can try to remember this. This isn't your brain turning against you. This is your mind in its own complex, powerful, and kind of beautiful way, trying its absolute best to take care of you. So let's just do a quick recap. 1. What we call overthinking is really a form of high-level data processing. 2. It's often kicked into gear by that learned rejection sensitivity from past pain. And 3, and most importantly, your brain is using one of its greatest strengths, pattern recognition, as a defense mechanism. And I want to leave you with this question. Because knowing this isn't a flaw, but a superpower, that changes the game, doesn't it? So instead of trying to shut it down, what if you could aim it? What incredible puzzles could you solve? What amazing things could you build or create if you consciously decided where to point this powerful pattern-finding engine? Just think about that.